Welcome to the official Finovate podcast with Greg Palmer. In 2007, Finovate set out to create a dynamic fintech showcase featuring live 7-minute demos. For more than a decade, our global event series has brought together tens of thousands of people from across the fintech spectrum to see cutting-edge technologies. Now you can find out what goes on behind the scenes as key influencers and innovators share the stories that they don't get to tell you from stage. Here's a glimpse of what we have in store this episode.
The non-banked or underbanked may not have bank accounts, but traditionally they do have phones. And what our goal is to really level the paying field for all by providing ways for consumers to easily make payments, whether they have a bank account or not.
And now, your host, Greg Palmer.
Thanks for tuning in to the Finovate podcast. This is your host, Greg Palmer. Joining me today, we have Robyn Burkinshaw, CEO and founder of a company called Blytzpay, who won Best of Show at Finovate Spring 2019 with a really interesting and compelling demo. We'll have a lot to talk about with Robyn as well, including getting to some more important pieces like what it's like to be a female founder in the fintech space and why Blytzpay is spelled with a Y. As always, we have just 7 minutes to chat. You'll know our time is up when you hear that infamous Finovate bell sound. Let's jump to the interview. Robyn, thank you for joining me today.
Greg, thanks for the opportunity. We're excited to be on the podcast, and every time somebody mentions our win at Finovate Spring, I have to grin. So we appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, pleasure, and certainly thoroughly well deserved. So we're going to go ahead and start the clock right now. There we go. And let's go ahead and get things started with just kind of a quick overview of what Blytzpay is all about for anybody who hasn't heard of you before.
Appreciate that. So Blytzpay is a technology platform that aims to pave the path to improving communications and payments between businesses and consumers. We're really focused on helping businesses deepen their consumer relationships through efficient communications, billing, and payment collections. Our goal is to help consumers pay on time, and by providing multiple payment methods and multiple payment options, the ability to pay anywhere at any time, we're evangelizing text, pay, done.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's really resonated with me and certainly resonated with our audience in San Francisco is the idea that you guys are a payments company who's working on financial inclusion. And that's kind of rare. People don't normally associate the payment space with that type of thing. Can you tell me more about how you view inclusion at Blytzpay and how that's factored into your technology?
Yeah, the payment inclusion piece is really important to me personally and really important to us here at Blitz. The non-banked or underbanked may not have bank accounts, but traditionally they do have phones. And what our goal is to really level the paying field for all by providing ways for consumers to easily make payments, whether they have a bank account or not. The current state of our financial infrastructure is very, very limiting. Cash preferred customers, the non-banked and underbanked that we spoke about, really aren't afforded the conveniences of security, efficiency, and convenience that the traditional banked mold offers. And so the power of text allows businesses to really engage across socioeconomic circumstances, language barriers, geographical boundaries effectively and efficiently for those customers. Our phones really bring us together. The speed, security, and efficiency in bill pay shouldn't be a luxury afforded to those who fit traditional bank molds and have costly fees associated for businesses that are trying to collect. Whether you're really in the top 1% or struggling to make ends meet, fintech in general and Blytzpay specifically is really trying to pave the way for all to enjoy the conveniences of the 21st century digital economy.
One of the things that I've always found fascinating about financial inclusion as a concept is just how broad it is. And we see this a lot on stage at Finovate, various companies who are tackling it in various ways. Obviously, one of the key areas for financial inclusion is getting more women involved who historically have been shut out of the financial system for a variety of different reasons. And it's also about bringing more women into the fintech space. This is something that's pretty well publicized, well documented at this point, the kind of lack of women in leadership positions. How has it been for you being a female founder? How has that impacted your journey and the priorities of what Blytzpay is all about?
So it's been interesting. To start as a female fintech founder, I didn't really realize that the barriers were as significant and pronounced as they were. I've been very, very fortunate to be around people who are excited about promoting inclusion in the financial technology space, and specifically the cause of Blytzpay. I've been very fortunate. I have a chief operating officer that has deep experience in payments and is also a female, and has really helped us get through some of those different pieces. But it's been exciting. It's challenging. There are definitely, there's definitely a glass ceiling that we're trying to break through, but we're excited about the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I'm sensing that we could go down a rabbit hole here. There's a lot to unpack in that area. Let's keep it a little more focused.
That's a rabbit hole.
But yeah, it's something that we'll continue to be thinking about as the future of fintech unfolds. And certainly a lot of people are starting to pay attention to that, which is something which can only be positive for it. But clearly a lot of work left to go. So we'll leave it there for now and come back to the payment space. Can you talk a little bit about the key stakeholders who are in the payment process as you see them, and what your strategy has been to engage all of them?
Yeah, so the stakeholders we really focus on are twofold in clear focus. The businesses that are dealing with consumers who have to pay bills. Traditionally, people do business and engage with people they like and who they feel respected by and value their relationship. And so our platform was constructed in a way that allows businesses not only to improve their payment collection, but also allows them to deepen their relationships with two-way communications. Customer support, marketing campaigns, the invoice and billing. Consumers really love the ease of use and engagement, and businesses love the ability to engage their customers in a way that's convenient for those customers.
So now that you've had some time after your Finovate Spring win, are you finding certain stakeholders are a little bit easier to satisfy than others?
It's been interesting. Our Finovate Spring win was an amazing platform for us to reach some of those stakeholders. We have seen significant interest, honestly, in areas that are surprising to me. The first has been in the banking space. Banks who are looking to improve their digital experience, engagement with their consumers without having to deal with complicated system integrations. Anybody in the fintech space knows what's happening in the world of apps. The engagement with apps is down, and so banking, financial institutions are looking for an easy way to engage their customers. Businesses who want to improve their collection strategies, time to collect, cost to collect, and overall cash flow. We've been able to engage with a lot from the Finovate platform. Businesses who are looking to simplify, internal payment processes, expand their communications with their customers, customer service marketing campaigns, billing, what have you. And then it's really, it's been really important for us to understand that the consumer doesn't pay late because the process, consumers pay late not because they don't have money, but often because the process is cumbersome, it's inconvenient. So things by adding cash, using consumers that are challenged to pay bills has been a real benefit to us, and that ecosystem is starting to grow, and those stakeholders are starting to get more excited about the process.
Yeah, I mean, it's very clearly a complicated space. There's a lot of different folks involved, and it's great to see that you guys are getting so much traction out of it. There's our bell. That means we've hit 7 minutes. I do just have to ask one question. We're going to go into overtime for this. Why is Blitz in your name spelled with a Y? Is it because you spell Robyn with a Y?
It is because I spell Robyn with a Y. My mother was a twin. Her name was Joyce, and her twin's name was Janice with a Y, and so I ended up as Robyn with a Y, and Blitz ended up as Blitz with a Y.
I knew it. I knew there was something like that going on. See, this is why you should found a company, because you can name it whatever you want to. I need to do that. You can.
That's right. No.
It's always funny to see how get started.
It's true. That why is important. Why, thank you for asking.
You're welcome. Great conversation there with Robyn. Thank you very much for joining us. Some interesting pieces to uncover there as well, and look forward to following Blytzpay as they continue to innovate in the space. If you liked what you heard, make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, and remember, you get 20% off all tickets to Finovate events by using the discount code Finovate Podcast on the registration page. Our next few events will be Finovate Asia in Singapore, October 14th through 15th, Finovate Middle East in Dubai, November 20th and 21st, Finovate Europe in Berlin, February 11th through the 13th, and Finovate Spring 2020 will be in San Francisco, May 27th through the 29th. We'll be returning to the United States for Finovate Fall 2020 in September. That will be in New York. More information is coming there as soon as we get it. If you're interested in becoming a presenter or a sponsor or simply attending any of our Finovate events, please check us out at finovate.com. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining us on the Finovate podcast this week. Brought to you by the team behind Finovate and produced in association with Provoke Media. Make sure you tell your friends about the show, leave us a review on iTunes, SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to our show, and check out our upcoming events at finovate.com.